My name is David Omunakwe, and this is the DUTV special moment or segment. Today's topic will be talking about the fiscal policy structure in Nigeria. So, what do I mean when I say the fiscal policy? A fiscal policy are policies or the decision that the government make, both in income generation and expenditure. So it means that the government, in a way, is in full regulation in how the economy is being manipulated each time. And fiscal policies are attributed to every aspect of sector in Nigeria. And one of the things, there are different types of fiscal policy. The first one is an expansionary fiscal policy where prices of taxation are reduced and government in a way kind of takes more projects and expenditures from their end. So in a way this has its own result. And the second one is the contractionary fiscal policy, which requires the government increasing taxation and reducing government spending in order to cool an already overheat economy. So both of them have their own equal advantages. It just requires at what point should either of them be implemented in the economy of a country. And one of the goals and one of the goals for fiscal policy is to achieve economic growth, to reduce unemployment, and to create price stability. So price stability, since price stability is part of the goals of fiscal policy, it brings me to also narrow down the problem back to fiscal policies in our goods and services. Um, we all can attest to the fact that there has been growing inflation in goods and services, especially in prices of goods and services all around in Nigeria, maybe towards this new administration. And we have noticed dramatic amount of changes. We have noticed dramatic amount of changes in prices of goods all around the country. And in a way, this inflation can has affected the prices of goods and services. Therefore, they can no longer be regulated, and that is one of the problems we're facing. I give you an example. Something that you may get in Lagos probably for 1,000 naira, you possibly might get it in another state for probably 800 naira, and another state you may get them by 1,002, and so on. So this way, there's no fiscal policy that guides the prices of goods and services in our markets. And this is a huge problem because we can see it day to day, every day, all around us. Take for example the fuel incidents, where we have certain companies selling at a different price and other companies selling at a different price. So fixed fuel price that that should be regulated or that should be implemented by all companies. So people are therefore putting their own prices for their stuff, and that is one of the problems that our poor fiscal policy structure has created in the country. So if I were to talk about the fiscal policies in terms of the prices in goods and services, I would also want to talk about the fact that these increases has in a way encouraged certain people into exploitation in prices of goods and services. And if the appropriate governmental agency in charge of fiscal policy can therefore take it upon them to create, or should I say, to monitor and to create better ethics in order to achieve this goal, it will go a long way, because we cannot go outside in the market every day with one price today and price changing the next day. This doesn't help business. Nowhere in the world do we have that much frequent price change, and it helps the economy. So people make losses just by waking up after 24 hours to that price change. So all of these things in a way makes the environment not good for business. And if investors find out that there is no stability in terms of prices of goods and services in the country, it doesn't encourage them to want to stick around. It doesn't encourage them to want to do business more in the country. So price stability, not just in the food aspect, the fuel aspect, and also the housing aspect. It has become so alarming with the prices of housing in certain states in Nigeria. Take, for example, a Lagos state where we are having poor and exaggerated uh, uh, house prices, where we are having prices from the landlords, the so-called landlords, you know, addressing or putting up their properties at whatever price they exaggerate it to be. You know, fiscal policies in the housing sector would ensure that the landlord doesn't go above certain threshold or above the guideline in evaluating a property. So these are the things that we need in Nigeria, and these are the things that we need attention very much more into, so that we can create those policies and create rules that's going to be implemented all around the country, and we create equity in that way. So everything is justifiable. Nobody has any cause to feel surcharged in any way, because fiscal policy makes it clear. Fiscal policy makes it direct. Fiscal policy makes it in fairness. And if we as people we are walking through that standard, then I guess there's room for improvement, and we're going to find the positives out of it. So I think the fiscal governmental fiscal policy agency in Nigeria should look into that and make sure that there's a universal price for most of our goods and services. There are some that could majorly, or should I say, be can fluctuate. There's no choice about that. But the ones that affect us day to day should be very equally regulated, and in a way, it should be universal. So that way we can achieve growth economically and in every aspect of our business, because the world is a one big e-commerce. So businesses are what makes countries thrive these days. So uh, the more we catch up and walk in line, the more we achieve our goals. You can message us, send us an email on davidomunakwe100@gmail.com. We're going to reply you. If you like this video, you can follow us on social media, on Facebook, David Munakwe TV, on Instagram, David TV, on YouTube, David Munakwe TV. Thank you very much for listening.